Hey, this is Shane Hips with the Home Pros Radio Show. Not only am I a contractor, I also work in the real estate industry. If you own or operate a real estate brokerage that you're considering stepping away from, or if you're planning your retirement, give me a call so we can discuss how to keep your cash flow coming to you. Don't let all of your hard work fall by the wayside. Call me at 864-326-5252. That's 864-326-5252. I look forward to talking to you.
The Home Pros Radio Show. Brought to you by Prime Lending. Home loans made simple. Welcome to the Home Pros Radio Show, the premier resource for the well-informed homeowner. With over 30 years of combined home inspection and renovation experience, your hosts, Tommy Donovan and Shane Hips, help you stay on top of your home improvement and home maintenance needs. Visit homeprosradio.com to access the trusted product and service providers that are a part of our Home Pros network. Find the Home Pros Radio Show on Facebook and Twitter for regular show updates and additional information on the topics covered on our show.
And this is about the time that we visit our ear doctors.
I've noticed the sounds are a little loud.
The louder as the show goes on. What? So Home Pros Radio Show News Desk, and it's kind of a continuation of our conversation from our last segment. This is big news out there. Amazon is purchasing. Let's see, where are we here? Amazon purchasing iRobot for $1.7 billion.
Woo.
Yeah, if the deal goes through, it would give Amazon access to yet another ton of information.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually an article that I've pulled off of Wired magazine, written by Kari Johnson, who's reporting that Amazon's going after all this personal data. It seems interior maps of Roomba. You have a room. You have one of these.
I don't even know which one it's called. I've got one.
Is owned by iRobot. There are several others.
I can't even remember which one I have. I just know her name's Alice.
And one of the things that you do that because I was doing an inspection a couple weeks ago where I was having to walk around the vacuum as it was vacuuming the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to stay out of its way.
Right.
But what they do is when you buy one and you bring it home, the first thing it does is it maps out the house.
Yeah. You can go on your phone and see the diagram of your house that it created the first day.
That's kind of
because
cool.
Let's say you had a solid piece of furniture in the middle, so you'll see a spot right there that
it works around.
That it goes around. Yeah,
that's neat. But how neat is it when it's collecting all that information and storing it and creating an opportunity for it to be shared?
Yeah. And it's got a camera. No, I'm just kidding about the camera.
I know, right?
It may have a camera. I don't know. I ain't never looked for it.
So what Wired Magazine is reporting here, if this deal goes through with Amazon, it gives access to all this information to Amazon, all these Roomba owners. Combined with other recent acquisition targets, Amazon could wind up with a comprehensive look at what's happening inside people's homes. That's what people are starting to notice. They're like, okay, Amazon, back in 2018, who did they purchase? They purchased Ring.
Right.
So they have information on what's going on in your front doorbell.
Right.
They also purchased Wi-Fi router maker Eero in 2019.
Okay.
So they have information that's going over your router. Alexa can now control thousands of smart home devices, including Roomba vacuums and other things. And they're planning on acquiring a primary care chain, One Medical, in a $3.49 billion all-cash deal. If that's approved, it would put health data of millions of people in Amazon's umbrella.
Yeah.
So it's kind of making folks like Wired Magazine and some of these others
wonder what they're trying to do.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what exactly is the plan?
Evan Greer is the director of a nonprofit digital rights organization. It's called Fight for the Future, and he brings up a really good point, and I figured I'd share these quotes from this article. It says, people tend to think of Amazon as an online seller company, but really Amazon is a surveillance company, is what he's saying. In 2020, Amazon introduced a home security drone.
Mm-hmm.
And last month, Ring admitted to sharing home footage with law enforcement without any warrant.
Oh.
So it's making people just like start raising some red flags. Like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's my information.
That's a lot of information for a company to have that
it would be willing to share it, without you knowing,
letting them know or knowing it. Yes.
So it's something to think about. Should law enforcement? Evan Greer asks, should law enforcement or governments demand access so much data about people in the hands of a single company poses the threat of being a single point of failure to democracy and human rights? So that's a very deep statement, but it does make you wonder.
That is a very deep statement. I don't usually think that way, but there is a lot going on.
I mean, the average person is really thinking, so what if they can see me sitting on my couch watching Stranger Things?
Eating cheese puffs in my skivvies.
Have at it, right? If that's what you want to see. But at the same time, it's like it does make you wonder. It's like, well, at what point will we reach that threshold where we're like, okay, enough is enough?
Right.
Okay. So,
yeah.
So something to think about as we see these things happening. It may change the way we live in our homes. We'd love to know what you think out there. Well, you know what? Since I'm asking that question, let's put out the numbers and the email.
Okay.
Here's the Home Pros Radio Show comment line.
The comment line is 248-466-3776.
That's right. Again, it just spells out 248 Home Pro. You can also shoot us an email to ask@homeprosradio.com.
Hey, this is Shane Hips with the Home Pros Radio Show. I'm looking for a few real estate agents that are considering a change in brokerage. Maybe you're wanting opportunities to make more money. You're possibly just not happy where you are. You could even be a new agent or considering getting into real estate. If any of these sound like you, give me a call at 864-326-5252 so we can discuss some of the options that are available to you. That's 864-326-5252. Talk to you soon.
Oh, so sounds like we might be getting a call right now. All right, so but yeah, that does happen, and I've seen it as a home inspector where that people, even homeowners, are gathering information using these devices.
Oh yeah,
that are out there. Cameras on their TVs. Well, cameras on their
doorbell.
On their doorbell, cameras on. I've seen it where they have devices on their desks and things like that. These, I don't know what to call them. I'm not computer savvy, and that's probably part of my problem. But
cameras on their,
there's they have little, there was that one I mentioned in the last segment. There's a camera that was watching me walk across the room.
Oh yeah.
And I just wondered, is this just a random thing? So I walked to the other side of the room, and it.
So it was following you wherever you went.
So I walked back to the other side of the room and followed me.
Yeah.
So I knew it was watching me. So. If you want to watch me bend over and check outlets, have at it. I know the view is really nice. What else do we have on our news desk? We've got, over here. Let's see. This is a great, speaking of smart devices, I had to share this one. We love talking about bears.
Yeah, we do like
on
bears
our show.
here.
We do have a lot of bear activity. This one, I feel like we're obliged to share because it's from our hometown of here in Greenville, actually in Taylor's, South Carolina. This video that we're sharing behind us, for those of you who are watching on our YouTube channel and our Facebook Live, South Carolina woman's security camera captured video of the moment a bear strolled onto her front porch and rang the doorbell, and this happened in the middle of the night.
He was wanting a snack.
Yeah, Wendy Watson said the doorbell camera at her Greenville County home started recording at about 3:30 a.m., triggered by the motion of a bear wandering up to her door. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah,
I think it's
doorbell.
It's the thing I love about these bear videos is it totally looks like the bear knows exactly what it's doing. The bear kind of ambled up onto the porch. I'll just describe for those of you listening on the podcast. Was reaching up and touching the doorbell as if it was trying to ring it. It was just pretty cool.
Yeah.
He looked around a little bit and then walked off. Nothing real elaborate or anything, but it's just funny. It's a funny video.
Yeah.
Love them bears.
He was just chilling.
Bears gone wild.
Mm-hmm.
Watson said the bear is a regular visitor to the neighborhood. It's been known for destroying bird feeders.
Well, that's... Well.
Yep.
He's just chilling.
It makes me wonder, we have a lot more bears. With all the bear stories we cover.
We have a lot more bears than what we know we have.
Yeah. In parts of the country that I didn't think we had bears.
Yeah. I didn't know I didn't know there were so many bears either.
Yeah. Finally, on our news desk this week, we always like to share homes that are unique in nature. This one's a really cool one. I'm a huge fan of Frank Lloyd Wright because his architecture is so unique. Well, this is a unique Frank Lloyd Wright house. The reason why is because it's a rural farm designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. He wasn't known to. He usually worked in urban spaces, residential spaces, but this is actually. Believe it or not, for those of you who can see the photo behind us, it is not a farm. It's a farmhouse, but doesn't look like one.
No, it definitely doesn't look like one.
It's in Los Banos, California. 76 acres is where this house rests on Fawcett Farm. The working farm is leased to a neighbor who grows alfalfa on the land, an alfalfa farmer. That's interesting. Yeah. All right. I once knew somebody who farmed Spanky. That's a really bad joke. Buckwheat. Maybe a buckwheat would have been a funnier.
Buckwheat's way better than Spanky.
All right. Anyway, the original owners, Randall Buck Fawcett and Harriet Fawcett, reportedly met Frank Lloyd Wright when they were in college at Stanford University back in the 50s.
Okay.
They persuaded the designer to draw up plans for a home on their family farm. They've been lifelong friends with him, obviously, because Wright designed it in 1955. The home was built in 1961. That was 2 years after Wright's death.
Okay.
Let's see. After the deaths of the original owners, the home was sold in 2012 for $1.6 million. And the new owners performed a full restoration, and now they have it on the market for sale. Enhancements included improvements to the landscape, gardens, and security. I mean, it's a smart home now.
Right.
All right, so it's 4,000 square feet.
On how many acres?
On 76 acres.
In Los Banos?
Which basically is nowhere near anything else. Like, you hear California and you're thinking, oh, is this in San Francisco?
So it's 76 acres way out in the middle of nowhere.
It's a couple hours from San Francisco, a couple hours from Los Angeles. 7 bedrooms, 6 baths. Big house for a farmhouse. How much do you think it's going for?
And it last sold for 1.6. Is that correct? The last time. When was that?
In 2012.
I'm going 7.5.
7.5 is high.
Am I high?
Yeah, you're high on that one. So
it must have been.
We're looking at a $4.25 million house. Is our asking price.
Okay.
So, pretty slick home. The open layout features a wall of glass doors. A 12-foot wide fireplace, which you see in the lower right-hand corner
huge.
there. That's a big fireplace. It's a really cool fireplace. And, of course, the other thing you see is a lot of built-ins. That's one of the things Frank Lloyd Wright loved to do in his homes. Built-in seating, built-in cabinets, all kinds of things that are built into the house. So, and lots of windows.
Yes.
So, you're bringing the outside in.
Florida ceiling everywhere.
Yeah. Beautiful. I'd love to go see that house.
Thank you for listening to the Home Pros Radio Show. If you have a question for the Home Pros, visit us online at homeprosradio.com, where you can also catch our podcast episodes and learn more about the topics and guests we bring to you each week. The Home Pros Radio Show is made possible by Prime Lending, RIC Home Inspections, Closing Contractor, Radon Recon, and Carolina Heating Service. If you are a trusted service provider in our area and would like to contribute to the show, send us a message through our Contact Us page at homeprosradio.com. Once again, thanks for listening to the Home Pros Radio Show.